Hello everyone. Brandon Carey here with you once more, and today we're going to continue with Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. When we last played the game, we had actually solved the final case and convicted Manfred von Karma for the murder of Gregory Edgeworth and Yenny Yogi for the murder of Robert Hammond, acquitting our client, Miles Edgeworth, who is now back on the prosecution stand. And if we were playing the original Game Boy Advance version of Ace Attorney, that would be the end of the game. However, oh shit. That's weird. Now, I think you can tell there's an obvious step up in the quality of the animation, since there is, in fact, animation. And the reason that is because the original Ace Attorney trilogy were all originally GBA games. And this case was built after all three of those games had been released. This is a DLC add-on case to the original, not the original, the 3DS release of Phoenix Wright's Attorney. When it moved to the 3DS and came to America for the first time, this case was added to it as DLC. And as a result of it being written after all three games had been written, it's a little more complicated. And because it's on the 3DS, they had more memory and budget to do some higher quality stuff like that animation we just saw. As you can see, it's been 2 months since the end of the first game, since we arrested Manfred von Karma. And Phoenix Wright, in his usual fashion, has not taken a single trial until now. He doesn't... Man, he burnt out after 4 cases. He only had to work for 12 days last year and he burnt the fuck out. Man, that's some harsh. That means you gotta get to the grind set, buddy. Oh hey, it's not Maya. It's a new girl. A new girl who also has a sister in peril. There's some parallels here. Doesn't matter who I am, it matters who you are. Mia Fey, who has been dead for about 6 months. Oops. The Coffee Boy, a Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. Yes, we are Phoenix Wright. From the Edgeworth murder case. You're better than nobody. You're better than nobody. I want to take a Steam screenshot of that. The undefeated defense attorney. You see, all it takes is just a little finesse, a little begging. See, the parallels are there. The parallels are obviously there. Yay! A scientific investigator. In other words, the 3DS girl. You will see what I mean as we start investigating this case. The 3DS girl is here to help us. Scientific investigation. That'll be a big important thing in this case. That'll be dropped for the GBA games that we have yet to cover, since they weren't created when this case was made. And brought back if we ever get to the Apollo Justice trilogy, which we might. "16 years old this year. Formally assigned to forensics in 3 more years. My work is becoming quite well known at my age, no less. Well, 11th grader." You know, I appreciate her spunk. I appreciate it. I appreciate her hop-to-itness attitude. Tell me about a case. She wouldn't stab someone with a knife. She wouldn't. It's a murder case. Yes. It's a murder case. And there's a witness. In fairness, Phoenix Wright has gotten out of far worse than a stabbing with a witness. That's it. How would she know Mia? Excuse me. You are a child. You're 16. You're a baby. I believe that we will have use of her in her scientific investigation. Or at least the game will say. It's really weird because part of the appeal of like remakes and releases like this is that games of a sort, like the one we're playing now, are kind of a time capsule. Like a record of how the industry was at a certain point in time. And so it's funny to kind of like see the differences in what happened in the GBA version versus now. And you can, even if you don't know that the original Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney didn't have this case to start, like, because I didn't. When I played this remake for the first time, this was my first time ever playing a Phoenix Wright game entirely. So when I saw this case, even without the context, I could tell it was different than the other cases. I've been in research, you know. Yes. And it's the kind of thing that's very obvious. And so you can get that, like, oh, this was added later. You can figure that out on your own. I think that's kind of cool that you can see the differences between the old stuff and the new stuff and see how far things have leaped in that time. We'll probably see about the Sunday investigation stuff later. But first, how do you know Mia? A few years below her in school. Okay, so they went to the same school. schizophrenia is a woman. Yeah. Yes, that's a scientific fact. Well, she gets like she is now. I kind of hate her. Oh. I understand. Siblings are complicated. I'm an only child, but I've had people in my life who are close to siblings, and I understand this pain exactly. Parents are dead. Dead parents. But we might as well figure out who our client is. I wonder what's wrong with Emma. Quiet all of a sudden as soon as we arrived. I thought I didn't want visitors. Oh boy. Do not want to raise this here. How okay, this is a weird way of starting. Telling you not to come here. Perhaps my memory is failing. Look, I didn't want to come here. Oh, there's some mixed relations here. Only someone who has a sibling-like figure in their life can understand this like love-hate. This has nothing to do with you. That's cold. You know, who wouldn't know Phoenix Wright at this point? My name is Lana Sky, Chief Prosecutor for this district. Want a lawyer? Could this... The parallels do exist. From the start. Someone in this case has confessed to the crime. The suspect... Yeah, obvious. This is the... This is entirely what we know. Like, we know all this. 21st, 5:15 p.m. He was in the witness's deposition. Saw me committing the crime. She is very, very clinical about being accused of murder and confessing to it. Very clinical. The body was found in the trunk of my subordinate's car. I was arrested on the spot, caught red-handed as it were. Now, who did you kill? Who did you off? Who got whacked? An investigator. They get killed Gumshoe? Oh. Well, there's gotta be more than one detective on the force, right? It can't just be Gumshoe and nobody else. Stabbed once in the stomach. Death wasn't a me. That was not a yes, by the way. That was not a yes, I did it. The victim was a detective. You know what that means, don't you? Well, it means the police department will consider it a matter of pride to have me found guilty. Yes. Yes, it does. The police love to close ranks when one of their own is threatened. Even when it's an imaginary threat, let alone a real one. So you're the chief prosecutor. Why? Every single trial. Jesus. Do the job match every aspect. Those are my responsibilities in a nutshell. Yeah, that is a lot to do. That's a lot for one person. Even a talented individual. prosecutor. It seems impossible that you wouldn't. In fairness, Phoenix Wright has only really encountered Edgeworth and Von Karma. In the 12 days he's done work for, or I guess 16 days. No, 12. No, it's more like 13. Four for each case and then 1 for the original case. You cut yourself when you stabbed him? That's not how knives work. If you cut if the handle is here, you can't cut. That's not how that works. That doesn't make any sense. Oops. Tell me about Mia. In fairness, there is no reason not to withhold that information. It was in the law school. Yeah, okay. They were both in law school. It makes sense. They're both lawyers. Oh, they were attracted. Okay, okay. You have my attention. You have my attention. Rude. Oh, intellectually attracted. Which no, that's nice. It's just not what I want to hear. That is quite the boast. I am the best. I was the best in the class. I guess academics runs in the family. You can plainly see I'm admitting my guilt. I think it's safe to say there's no way you can take this case. Why are you doing? You never think of anyone but your. Oof. That was a guard break. That was a guard crush. Yay! Yay! At least we don't have to do this dance of how do we get her to sign us on as attorney when she clearly doesn't want our help. To the crime, yes. Maybe it's time for a turnabout, even though this is the one case in the entire franchise that doesn't have the phrase turnabout in its name. We're gonna find out what's actually happening. I got that distinct impression. She was so gentle, always smiling, everybody liked her. And then she became distant and cold and clinical. Well, well. By the way, as an aside, it's quite likely this case will take an entire game's worth. This will probably be like a 6-episode thing. And I'm not being hyperbolic. This is a very long case. This case is an entire game's worth of case. And this might as well be a sequel. I might as well explore the crime scene. And I'm going to pull up the guide just so we have something in case we get stuck. Because it is quite likely the case this convoluted, we will get stuck. They're still investigating. What are you thinking? That is true. There is. You know attorneys aren't supposed to examine crime scenes. You go unnoticed here, partner. Oh no, we've got characters. We've got new characters! And he has his own theme song! It's like a bambina got loose from the ranch and is up to no good. Folks gotta learn to keep them doggies tied down, partner. His name is Marshall. I'm like a sheriff. Oh, that's so cute. Looky here, Bambina. I know how you feel. But this is my gang's gold strike, see? This is our claim, our territory with the mother load of evidence. You're fixing to mess with what's ours? You'll regret it, partner. You know what dreams a cacti out in the desert dream? You want to? This... Clearly someone has watched a few too many John Wayne movies in their life. You head along home now. Happy trails, Bambina. Hombre. Was that hombre a friend of yours? He's a detective. He is... Where is Gumshoe when you need him? Where is Dick Gumshoe? In the Wild West, it seems. What's this? Anything at a crime scene is evidence. Put it in your pocket. Yeah, don't... Phoenix Wright, just stealing evidence, of course, as you do. Examining evidence in detail. Okay. Yosha! To be sure to examine the evidence carefully on all sides. Now, let's start examining. As you can tell, this is functionality that does not exist on a GBA. This is something that they added to 3DS version, you can tell, because we had to actually move 3D models, which are not possible on a Game Boy Advanced. Let's open up the wallet. This is an ID card. Sergeant Bruce Goodman. Goodman. Isn't scientific investigation useful? Scientific investigation is just code for 3DS gimmicks. Which, I'll be honest, I'm very happy I'm doing them on a controller, not on a 3DS. Or not on a DS. Alright, so... let's examine this. Sergeant Bruce Goodman. Wonder why they only use numbers for IDs. Sergeant Bruce... Never. No. No. Yabba-dab. Yabba-dabba-doo. The stepladder, Nick. Alright, so we got nothing out of that. Good. I wonder. Oh, look at our attorney's badge! Look, it's our attorney's badge! There's a number carved into it. That way you can tell which attorney it belongs to. No, we found out right away. You can't lend your attorney's badge to anybody, which is a detail we will not be relevant later on in the game, in the series. Well, partner, looks like you got no intention of going home quietly. Uh-oh. Like I said before, this here's our claim. You best be moseying along, unless you're fixing to bite the bullet. Fucking cowboys. Fucking American cowboys in Japan. Who owns that car? Who owns that car? Well, little Philly's got a good nose on her. You want to know who rides that red Mustang with the body inside her saddle, eh? Yes, we do. You want to know. No problem, partner. About time for vittles anyway. Get yourself to the saloon up on the 12th floor of the prospector's office. I think he means prosecutor. Might just find you a cerveza you like. What? People in this series are weird. But that's the entire charm of it. Maybe look up what half those words mean. I respect you. In any case, stay away from the car. You can look around here all you like, just keep your paws off our claim. Fine, if you're gonna be that way about it. Were you two all set? Oh, hey! Another new character! Another whole new original character for this DLC. Because we can't use any of the ones we have before. You're selling lunches here. This is a crime scene. Half and half. And you, sir. Some crunchy goodness. Lunchboxes are a big thing in Japan. I don't really know the details, but I am aware they're a big thing. I know what a bento is. I just don't know why it's important. Why a boxed lunch is important. Limits to anyone without clearance, especially passers-by, or are you officers? Well, that's hardly a way to greet someone, even if my days as the cough-up queen are over. I'm feeling kind of full, maybe I'll pass on lunch. Ah, she has a connection to the case. Oh, she's the witness. She's the witness. I'm referring to the murder, the stabbing of that detective. Yeah, she's the witness, clearly. Please. The name is Angel Star. Don't you go forgetting it. Or before you know it, I'll have you whimpering at my heels. I know a lot of people. Who would be happy to hear that directed straight at them. I promise you, I know a lot of people who are like that. Now talk to me. Somehow I knew. Yes, there was a day of destiny. I knew something was going to happen. Just like I know that daily special on Friday every week is salmon. That sounds pretty good, actually. I could go for some salmon, especially if it's sushi salmon. You're a defense attorney, right? You should know then. You should know the foul misdeeds of the evil ones who haunt this den of iniquity. Prosecutors, they have no qualms at all about blackening the name of the innocents. Yesterday they paid homage to the most evil one of all. They gave an award for King of Prosecutors. What a farce. There was a prosecutors convention yesterday. Damn. Tell me what you tell me. Tell me what you have against prosecutors. Young miss, mock me at your own risk. You'll soon find out why they call me the cough-up queen. Most heinous of all evil ones, the one they awarded yesterday, was in his car that they found. It was in his car that they found the body. Proof he devours the most evilest lunches of all. I have no idea what you're talking about either. We'll find out, I guess. Why is she palling around the prosecutor's office if she hates prosecutors? What is that? What is that about? Tell us what you saw. Tell me. It was a fascinating spectacle, to be sure. Woman's wrath. Ooh. Okay. To see Lana Sky wield that knife so... Her knife flashed in anger, bringing him to a sad end. It was truly a sight to see. Very chipper about witnessing someone's murder. Very chipper. The sound of his silvery ties this world being cruelly cut still rings in my ears. And the rhythmic beat of Lana Sky's knife. Of course, it's quite a feat becoming chief prosecutor. How many lunchboxes of sin did she pack to make that journey, I wonder? She always traveled light. Good question. Why do you know the prosecutor? Why are you here, actually? Yeah. We'll find out in a second, I'm sure. You sell lunches to people that you hate. I only import the freshest and best from the Far East. For some reason, the box lunches are a hit here. That is a localization. That's a localization change. You can tell. Because you wouldn't be importing from the Far East if you're in Japan. Why not make lunches here rather than import them? You say something? No. Only true connoisseurs can understand. The kind you can only tell someone who has tried General Tso's trilobite lunch sets. This is definitely a unique woman. My boyfriend works in the security room here at the prosecutor's office. See a security room over there? The glass. I saw my lunches, and since I'm here anyways, I drop in to see him. Okay. A lunch vendor with an ulterior motive for coming here. That is the facts. Animaniacs. Tell us why you hate the prosecutors that you come here to serve lunch to.